So now, members of the public, we are moving to the next item that was held, and that's LS 15.2, Chapter 349, Animals, Exceptions for Prohibited Animals. The speakers. Is the first speaker Kim Tansos? Kim Tansos? Followed by Rohit Kumar.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning. Are you making the deputation together?
We discussed with Ms. Ting that we would be making the deputation together, with me proceeding first, followed by Ms. Tanksos, if that is acceptable.
Yeah, that should be okay. So if you're going to speak together, you have 5 minutes each. Please go ahead.
Sorry, sir. Perhaps if it's going to restrict our time, which we were not aware of, then I would like to speak separately.
No, you have 5 minutes. Each one of you have half
Thank you,
minutes. So altogether, you have 10 minutes. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, committee members. My name is Rohit Kumar. I'm a lawyer with Miller Thompson. I'm here to speak on behalf of Seth Falk, the owner of Hands On Exotics. Hands On Exotics shelters and rehabilitates prohibited animals and provides educational programming, including in the form of pet therapy, to over 300 nursing and retirement centers across Toronto and Ontario. You should have a package from Hands On Exotics, a letter of Mr. Falk dated November 29, 2016, describing the organization and the programming it provides. You should also have multiple letters of support, including from some of the nursing and retirement centers where Hands On Exotic provides its programming. The authors of these letters in my submission advocate for Hands On to be able to continue its community work based on a long and tested relationship with that organization. If the amendments proposed were made, Hands On Exotics would no longer be able to continue its operations. The letters of support that have been filed describe as invaluable the pet therapy work that Hands On does with seniors, including those with mental and physical disabilities, as well as those who are ill, in some cases seriously so. Hands On Exotics has an unblemished record of providing quality care for its animals. It's been in operation since 2011, which I note is 2 years longer than Ripley's Aquarium, for which the report has recommended an exception be made. Hands On during that time has been subject to regular inspections by CAZA, the Canadian Accredited Zoos and Aquariums, and the OSPCA. It is accredited by CAZA, as I believe most of you are likely aware. CAZA's accreditation standards are known to be among the best in the world. CAZA's inspection and oversight demands and ensures stringent standards be maintained by Hands On Exotics, including that it maintain at all times professional management and robust policies and procedures. This committee, through its executive director, has confirmed that it does not have any concerns about the quality of the CAZA accreditation process that Hands On Exotics has undergone. In addition to having successfully obtained that accreditation, the quality of care Hands On Exotics provides for its animals, that it shelters and rehabilitates, and the safety of the programming it provides to the community has never been the subject of any adverse findings by CAZA, the OSPCA, or the city, which are the entities tasked with its oversight. In my respectful submission, the city can claim no reason not to be satisfied with the ability of Hands On Exotics to properly care for prohibited animals, while maintaining the position that it is satisfied with the ability of Ripley's Aquarium to do so on the basis of the tenure of its operations, and that it is as Hands-On Exotics also is, CASA accredited. There is nothing in the history of Hands-On Exotics operations that would justify, in my submission, such differential and unfair treatment. In addition, as demonstrated by the support letters and the forthcoming deputation of Ms. Tanksos, who will speak to the personal experience she has had with the organization, Hands-On provides therapeutic services to vulnerable persons as the elderly and those suffering from autism. The community engagement facilitated by Hands-On's educational programming promotes awareness, understanding, and responsible conduct towards and engenders respect for animal life, particularly amongst young people in whom those values need to be instilled. By approving the proposed amendments without an exception for Hands-On, this committee will be depriving vulnerable members of our community from the recognized therapeutic benefits of interaction with these animals, and will be doing a disservice to the objective of fostering responsible attitudes and behavior towards animal life. The support letters speak to the genuine and serious adverse reaction that will be felt if the residents of the seniors' facilities were prohibited from continuing to engage with these animals as they have been through Hands-On Exotics outreach. Such a change would not serve any valid public interest, but instead would disproportionately penalize those who benefit from Hands-On's programming. Elimination of the CASA exception with no addition of an exception for Hands-On Exotics will also immediately jeopardize the well-being of the over 100 animals that Hands-On Exotics keeps, and will engender the very risk to community safety that the city is seeking to mitigate. The animals with Hands-On are there because no one else wants them or can care for them appropriately or safely. In conclusion, there is no evidentiary basis for this committee to be concerned about health or safety risks or nuisance to Toronto residents from Hands-On Exotics' continued operation. The deleterious effects of shutting down Hands-On through these amendments will far outweigh any perceived benefit. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am, are you going to speak?
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
Okay.
No, they're together. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Kim Tanksos, and I do not work for Hands-On Exotics. I'm here simply because I want to support the owner of Hands-On Exotics for what he's done for me for the past few years. I volunteered there between 2012 and 2013, and during that time I also fostered some of his animals at home. So for the past 25 years I've been a police officer, and for the last 3 years I've been at home on medical leave because I took a blow to the head in 2013. So I have head and neck injury, and because of that, I have severe daily chronic migraines. I also live with an 8-year-old daughter who has a life-threatening medical condition, and then I also have a 15-year-old daughter. So Seth knows how much both of my children look forward to fostering the animals. He made sure that whenever my daughter comes out of the hospital, that there's an animal at home waiting for her, usually a kangaroo, a baby kangaroo that we look after. When my migraines are debilitating, I really look forward to being with the animals. I've witnessed his animals in nursing homes, hospitals, and schools, literally changing lives. They've definitely changed our life. Learning from Hands-On leaves us with a sense of empowerment and overwhelming sense of appreciation about the animals in our world. We've seen adults and children cry with a joy at the sight of one of their animals. The questions that are asked and answered about each animal instill a knowledge and respect that turn each of us into ambassadors for the protection of all living beings. We learn how to live in harmony with all creatures beyond our backyard. The positive impact that interacting with these uncommon animals has on a person cannot be underestimated. They provide the public with a rare opportunity to see different animals we would not normally have the chance to see. The knowledgeable staff educate individuals about each animal and how they fit into the ecosystem. They teach us what endangers the animals and what measures we can take to help protect them. These animals are well treated as the handlers present them with the utmost care and respect and affection. The zoo keeps strict documentation that is kept on each animal to track their food intake and health. I've never seen anything negative at Hands On Exotics. They are a professionally run organization whose main goal is the welfare of the animals, and second to that, to educate the public. At the actual facility, all of the enclosures are quite large, they're clean. They have someone there 24/7. On the issue of animals in captivity, at Hands On, all of the animals, or I should say the majority of the animals there are rescues. So I'll use a skunk for an example that was raised since birth in captivity. And one day that owner decides that the novelty has worn off and the skunk is turned over to Hands On Exotics. Should this animal be released into the wild? How long would it survive? At Hands On, the skunk was placed into a spacious enclosure with another skunk, and now they're inseparable. And they go out often to educate the public, to enlighten and brighten lives of seniors and children. Many of the animals there are rehabilitated, and where the zoo feels that there is no space for an animal that can be properly rehomed, they will keep it at the zoo. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions to the deputants? Thanks so much for your presentation.
Thank you.